is She, Me, Her, DT Bella, your darling, and we are here for a Fanterview. I'm excited about this next Fanterview because her backstory reminds me a lot about mine, and I really think we are kindred spirits. I have Miss Mary Griffin on the line, okay, and we're going to sit here and give some good tea today.
Let's tea.
I know that's right.
Let's see.
Okay. Now, I'm all about reading people receipts because you know who wants to toot their own horn. So I'll just go ahead and let everybody know that you are Grammy nominated, okay? And let me tell you, your songs have been in movies like Studio 54, Coyote Ugly, Baby Miss Celine Dion herself has handpicked one of your songs because you're also a songwriter, okay? I've seen personal videos of you performing with George Clinton. So I am just very, very excited to sit here and have this talk and also talk about your new album.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. The name
so I'm going to let you tell a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going to let you tell a little bit about your background.
You basically just gave it to him, so I'm a mother. I'm a singer. I am a fighter, and I am a conqueror. Came from a little town outside of Lake Providence, Louisiana, and I came up hard, as they used to say. She came up hard. Honey, I'm doing the interview. Yeah. Can you turn that light back on? That one. Thank you. So, started singing behind my father, and you read all of that stuff. I grew up with three sisters that sing, and we sang gospel music first. But then I went to college from high school. I acquired a scholarship and went to Northeast Louisiana University in 1985, and then on a partial scholarship, opera and classical music. But then Grambling State University decided to give me a full scholarship in order to be an ambassador for the liberal arts department to help raise money for other students that were coming in to that program at Grambling State. So career started there. They had me to open up for everyone that came through. So with that being said,
right,
none of that, all of that other stuff came because I didn't stop. And I didn't stop, and I had a kid in college. My first semester in college. On scholarship.
Right.
And see, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to tell that story. So people don't think that it was easy, because it was never easy.
So you were telling us about how you had a son on your scholarship, first semester in college, and it wasn't easy.
No, it wasn't. But I can say that because I had a good foundation. My dad was a preacher, my mother, my best friend, and was 17 years older than me. They helped me get through it and allowed me to be able to get my education and raise my kid. But they made sure I took care of it. So there was no, my parents were poor. So there was nobody to come in and save me from myself. I had to do it. So singing was the one thing I was great at, and it called me. I didn't call it. And went through college, opened up for people like Etta James, Nancy Wilson, Millie Jackson took me on the road, Betty Wright, before I was even 20. And opened up for a lot of these, Johnny Taylor, all of these people, Bobby Blue Band, and that was in college. Phyllis Hyman. I can go down the list. So that took me into pursuing a career in it after school, and got a job in New Orleans, and that's where the people that signed me at Curb Records found me, singing in a club on a corner of Esplanade and Decatur in New Orleans called The Mint, and it started from there.
I find your story refreshing because I had my first child, well, I only had one, in high school. So I was just looking at some of your accomplishments and just the lifestyle that you've managed to attain, because I love the fact that you have been amongst the great. You've been a great amongst the great, but you've still been able to maintain your life. You don't have people bothering you. You have a fan base, but you can go to the grocery store. You can live a life. You were able to be a mother. And then when I saw you said 30 years in the business, I was like, she don't look 30. So that's good.
And my son is 30. He turned 30 September the 1st. So 30 years. I had a conversation with the station manager, and we want to push the station. We want to push, but I don't want to be a celebrity. I want to be successful like you've been successful. You are successful, and you're comfortable. That's why I see myself being in life. Like, how do you maintain that balance? Prayer, number one. Fervent prayer. I grew up poor, so I grew up like most people's great grandparents grew up. My daddy was born in 1923. My mother, to this month, will be 66. My dad would have been 96, 92, 96.
Wow.
So I had the best of both worlds. I had an older father that was a man of God, loved his children, loved his wife, and loved the people that God had given him to feed his spirit through him. So that has been what's kept me. Because, there have been times I had to go through Katrina and dealing with a divorce at the same time. And try to figure that out. Come here homeless after all of that success that you read about. I came here homeless and figured it out again in Houston. And that's saying, okay, I know that God lives in all of us, every one of us. And I know that He wouldn't give me a vision without the provisions to make sure that it happens. No longer signed to a label. I have my own company, Mahogany Entertainment, because what happens in that business is that sometimes a lot of people ask me, how did you have that success and then decide to go sing backup? Well, backup called me too. And I just answered.
Right.
And I was about to put out a record in 2 months and just said to the label, I'm going to go do this. She called me. It's got to be a reason for it, because I didn't want to go sing backup for anybody. I was looking to do. I was actually recording my own record, and it did well. Even though I left, and sang backup with Pat LaBelle for 13 years. So we make choices based on what we pray about. Sometimes you ask God for wisdom. And I need to know when I should move and when I shouldn't. You see that? The devil got his way of doing everything he want to do to get you off balance. That's how I stayed here. Because I know.
That's awesome, because that's why I say when I do my Fanterviews, I want to talk to the person, because I I'm in limbo of where I should be, where I want to be, and where I am now. And I look at success stories like yourself, and I just want to ask you a million questions and pick your brain. Like, how did you know you didn't need a big monster team and a big monster record label and just be comfortable and knowing that you will be okay?
Because I had a monster record deal. I had a monster company. It's one of the biggest companies in Nashville, which is a country music. They've got Leanne Rimes that they signed the year that they signed me. They had Chet McGraw, who grew up 20 minutes away from me. We grew up 20 minutes away from each other and ended up signed to the same label. He's from Hollywood. And I'm like, okay. All right, Lord. Okay, something's going on here. Yeah, Winona Judd, Clint Black, I mean, all of the biggest country artists in the world, and then they come and sign me. Singing in New Orleans in a club. And none of that was easy.
Right.
But I took a chance, and the record deal was basically, I went and worked as a slave. But when you don't know, you don't know. And you learn better, you don't do it again.
Right.
That's why I did not do it again. I could sit here and see platinum record from Fanterview.
Mm-hmm.
This one, it went platinum, 15 million copies sold. So that's 15 of those platinum records for that. I played Amy Stewart in the movie Studio 54 and we recorded her song with Casey from the Sunshine Band. I know you too young to know who he is, but I also recorded Conspiracy, the track with Frankie Valli, which was his Four Seasons hit. You're just too good to be true. And take my eyes off of you. Yeah.
Yes.
That was during the time Lauryn Hill ended up getting it. They took me to LA and had me to record it with Neil. I mean, at Neil Diamond Studio with Frankie Valli. Okay. But I got a chance to meet all of these great people who had done this years and years and years, and they were helping to facilitate the younger people like myself coming into this business, a black woman signed to a country label and not singing country.
Right.
Think about it. So
I saw a few of your performances, and yes, sister girl, you had on this black feathered dress and a bustier top, and I was like, what? You was singing your throat off. I just wanted to let you know that I did follow you on YouTube just so I could see you perform. But the song that you sang that got me, I Need Thee off of your new album. Oh! I love that song. And sometimes I just want people to take it home and they, just take it to church for me. You took it to church for me. I mean, you didn't get a lot of flack from being able to be secular with Patti LaBelle and George Clinton and then still perform like the gospel hits and sang the soul into them.
I never had to change me to ever sing. I just did me, all the different facets of me. But people say what they want to say. I mean, I had a father that died preaching in the pulpit that I met after my 28th birthday and told me he was going to preach his last sermon. After you've dealt with understanding the one person that taught you the colors of God, This world can bruise you, but they can't break you.
Right.
If your foundation is steady, I don't move to the right or the left. I can do all of them and you still hear God. Because I'm not talking about crazy stuff. I'm not going to sing,
right.
I'm going to just drop it here and put it there. And, I may sing something sexy, but what I call sexy, kids call lame. Because sexy is a color. And it's the way you're able to color things. And if you're able to color it, you don't take people's mind in a place of distraction. You tell them the story and color it. It's not about you. It ain't never been about me. Never. I mean, yeah, I got to get dolled up and go out there because people are aesthetic. They like aesthetics. They like what they like to look at. I understand that. As long as you understand that and you know how to work in that and not veer from who you are, you keep your conviction, you keep your dignity, you keep your pride, and more than anything in the world, you are still a divine queen because you kept true to yourself.
I just want you to know you're my first lady Fanterview. You are, and I just want to give you that throne.
I am humbly appreciative.
And I don't think that I could have picked a better first lady Fanterview. I honestly couldn't. I was, like I told you, I did a bunch of research before I talked to you because I didn't want to come unprepared. But your first guy crush and my first guy crush happens to be the same guy. Yes! I have, and that is so funny.
Yes.
Yes. I was so heartbroken. I did a whole hour segment of how heartbroken I was. And then I heard you sing your cover of Adore. I was like, he's resting easy.
Well, you notice that part where he gets to talking all low and 100% lace. You notice when I did that, I didn't put emphasis on all that stuff. I colored it with that, but I didn't put emphasis on that. Because a few things that people remember aesthetically would take them away from the place that he truly went to get to where he
is.
And
that's why I said you colored it. I liked the rendition. It wasn't word for word, note for note. I love the fact that you were able to stay Mary in Prince. Okay, that's artwork within itself.
Well, I'll say something else to you. We learned that morning. We learned it while they were taping it because they just called me and asked me would I do it. I said I've never taken it. Can you do it? I mean, it's going to be a really relaxed session. I said, yeah. You're asking me to come and do a tribute to Prince. Of course. And it's for PBS Network, and it starts right on that campus, which is a campus network. It's on a big campus. Right. I need the kids, okay? Yeah.
Give me some water.
And it wasn't something that, anybody was compensated for. That's my band. Those are the kids that I've been teaching here. And I've taught a lot of people to play for me, to do shows. And they're the ones who have been with me now for over a year since I left at LaBelle. So I'm good. And they picked it up. I sent it to them overnight. They picked it up. We got there and I listened to it. I said, I want y'all to do it. Gave them a note. And they, dun, 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 dun. I said, all right. I'll let you go. I said, and I asked them because That's Big Ben, my clock. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I was telling them, I said, well, they're going to give us the session, so what I might have to do is go in and redo it. They said, don't touch it. Leave it just like it is. Leave it raw, Miss Mary. Don't touch it. I said, I left it like that. So that song, since you mentioned it tonight, I've been praying about it. I said, do I release that as a single? Do I do that? I think I might do it.
It'll be a good look. Because, not everybody can pull that off.
Well, you know what? That was one of them takes that when you did it, they didn't edit any of that stuff, to go away from it and come back. They had us to do like a whole take of the song. And then
Yeah.
said, and we did it 8 times, so they had 8 different ones to choose from. And they said, whichever one is, good from the end, from the beginning to the end, that's the one we keep. And I said, okay, I got my person, we left. It was there early in the morning, it was over. And I got a chance to do my tribute. And it's going to go down in history, because you saw it. See, I didn't know you would see it.
I did.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I have to pay attention. I pay attention. And, a lot of people pay attention. I try. I'm trying. I'm learning. It's always been my thing to talk to people, not necessarily just for, you never know what you're going to get when you just sit down and have a conversation. I don't never always have, I'm going to get this out of this person. No, I just want to talk to people to see that I'm one of the type of people. I know you have a story. You have a show and a performance, but you have a story, and you're a person, and you matter. I feel like all people matter because they all. I like that chair and that cup. I gotta give me one of those cups.
This is my queendom cup.
I love that cup.
I'm actually sitting in the foyer. Before you go up into the kitchen.
So, what is your favorite tour or favorite performance?
I don't have a favorite.
What?
All of them are my favorite. Every single time I sing is my favorite. So I don't have anything that sticks out more to me than the other. I'll put it that. All of my performances have been great for me, because if you look at me sing, I smile when I sing, because I consider it a blessing to be able to touch other people and make sure that there's somebody that's sitting out there. And I always ask, God, before I pick anything to sing, I always ask God first, okay, well, what is this about? That's why I wanted to talk to him about what we were going to talk about, because I always try to get a feel for where I'm supposed to go in it. Because you never know what you're supposed to say to someone unless you understand the circumstances in which you're walking into it. And it's always good to know that, because you can structure yourself to say the right things that are pertinent at that time, because we need to do that, because we don't get second chances, and tomorrow's not promised to any of us.
Right.
So I like to stay ready so I don't have to get ready to do all this stuff. So all my performances to me a first time of performances. It never gets redundant. Even though I worked with Patty for 13 years, every show was different. Every time I got up there, and it wasn't necessarily just because of her, it's because God allows you different energies in different places. You have to just get into their frequency and ride with the wave. So it's not going in there overproduced or over-rehearsed or
Yeah.
just letting God do what he does. So
what do you do to prepare?
Meditate. I spend a lot of time alone. See how quiet it is? If band isn't keeping the time, this is the way it sounds all the time. So I do a lot of thinking. I do a lot of reading. Don't watch TV, I only watch movies. So don't listen to a lot of music. I listen to what I need to listen to. I hear more music or movies than I do ever. I don't know who's huge right now or who's not or what's the new artist. I don't know any of that stuff. I've never been a fan of the music business. I've always just wanted to do what I do and be able to make a living doing it and take care of my family and live a comfortable life. I don't have to be the richest person in the world. I don't have to be the poorest. I just want to be able to give back in places that I have been given and to see this world change to a better place than where we are. I don't watch television for that reason because I believe in making a choice in what I want to fill my spirit with. And I choose not to fill it with anger and dismay and drama and redundancy. I'm a spontaneous person, so I was supposed to go to a birthday party tonight for a friend of mine. And I thought about it, and I said, my interview is at 9 o'clock. I have my responsibilities here. I don't particularly want to go anywhere. I bought a present, and I've already spoken about how I feel about where they're going to have it. And I said, they still love me. So I'm just a no-nonsense person. And I'm a lot older in spirit than maybe most people that grew up the same time I did. Yeah, we have younger parents now than y'all got younger parents. Because I'm old enough to probably be your mother, too. You at least, 22, 21?
Well, thank you, but no.
Well,
I'm knocking.
You are beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
What you knocking on?
I'm knocking around the corner from 30. I can't hear what you said. Well, you know that's true.
That's a blessing because you don't look like it. Well, it doesn't look like it. I tell people that anyway. I would have thought you were 21, 22. But okay.
That makes me feel good.
and keep it that way. The younger your spirit is on the inside, the more you exude that on the outside. Let's see, today, y'all got me, honey. I didn't put no makeup on. Mother is looking tired, tore up.
But you look flawless. You do. You look flawless. People pay money to look like that right there.
They need to go get you some change, girl.
I'm telling you, people play. Can I play a game with you before we end?
Okay,
Not
now
crazy.
depends on what this game is. What is it?
It's just this or that, just to see what you would do, this or that.
Okay. So this is one of those, okay, go ahead.
Summer or winter?
Both.
Because you are the first lady of the Fanterview, I will let you get away with a both.
Thank you.
Text message or call?
Call.
Morning or evening?
Evening.
Boat or a plane?
One more time.
A boat or a plane?
Depending on where we're going.
You was going on vacation.
You know, where are we going? Could be going to Florida Keys. A boat. If I'm going to Africa, a plane.
A plane. Right. I wouldn't take no boat to Africa if they paid me to. That's where they trapped us.
Boo, the way these hurricanes out in the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean right now, you don't even want to know what that water is like. And especially where there's no land for thousands of miles. No, they had, I think it was 8 out in the Pacific that were going across Havana over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And going all the way up to the Bahamas and wrecking. And it was the size of the one that we had in Katrina. Can you imagine being like that in the sea? While all of that's going on and it's going up and down the Mediterranean. No. It's okay. No. That's it. You can't take a ship from here to Cape Town and not be there. You probably would make it there for a month or more.
Oh, no.
Most. Got to stop at different ports and no. That's got to be a big.
Right.
The hurricane's been sinking the big ships that carry the import and export stuff. It's been sinking low. So, next question.
Yeah. Okay, so if you were reborn in a new life, would you rather be reborn in the future or in the past?
That's a trick question. You know that.
No. Well, you know.
Depends on what you believe.
I don't personally believe in reincarnation, but I know that there are people who do. But I feel like I've been here before.
When your ashes go back into the ground, because whether they put them on land or sea, when the body decays, or when there is nothing left, the soul separates from the body.
I missed what you said.
Oh, that's right, it went out. I said the soul separates from the vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Where does the soul go?
I believe it goes to God.
That's what you want to believe, right? But where does the soul go? And it leaves the body. Because the body is it's a piece of clay. They place that in something, whether it be an urn or coffin, and put you back under the earth. So, life starts at a point. Why do you think we have the circle? Then we go to Polaris, which is polarity. And then there's a destination. And then it all starts back over again. Otherwise, the circle is unbroken. It's broken. Remember that song? May the circle be unbroken. By and by, Lord. By and by. You don't remember that, do you? I don't know that one. But I'm going to go look it up.
Okay, guys. We were wrapping up with Miss Mary Griffin, but due to technical difficulties, we can wrap this up in a part 2. Yes, God. The devil thought he won, but he didn't. He just gave us a part 2. Boom. So, I hope you guys enjoyed just the tidbit of information that we were able to retrieve from Mrs. Mary Griffin. We are going to play I Need the O off of her new album that she just released. And if she has any other inputs or any other song selections, or if you've heard the album yourself and you would like to hear some song requests, make sure you're hitting us up on RP Entertainment. Hit us up on Twitter, RPEntRequestline. Snapchat, Instagram, ooh, boo, we on it. And this has been your Fanterview.